No question, man. Let's get ready to rumble!
And so you have it. The Heat are ready to rumble deep in the heart of Texas. Happy holidays and hello. Eric Reed with the Hall of Famer, Dr. Jack Ramsey. Defense has carried the Heat all year, and the defense the other night at Houston, exceptional.
Our officials tonight, Tommy Nunez, Ronnie Nunn, and Woody Mayfield. And from San Antonio, well, just about underway. They'll re-jump it. For David Robinson, the night is 6th game back. They are still limiting his minutes.
In the back.
And Jack, what do you think of the matchup here? P.J. Brown again defending David Robinson. Makes the catch. Zoe over to help out, and an early foul.
Well, that's what you see, Eric. Which player starts defending on the other team's big guy? He's going to get a lot of weak side help. You saw Brown trying to front that time, and then Zoe coming over. And did Zoe catch that foul?
No, P.J. Brown
got the foul.
And prior to this season, Jack, he had missed just 3 games in the last 4 years.
Well, he's a durable guy. If he sits out, there's a good reason for it.
Much like Miami's Dan Marley. The Spurs lead it 1-0. Tim Hardaway going against Avery Johnson. This is Zoe on the turn.
Excellent.
And the Heat have their first lead.
Excellent. The Spurs switched on that.
See the Heat defenders. Robinson trying to play in front of the Admiral. That's not easy. Very quick. Zoe with a block, but another foul. So 50 seconds into the game, Miami's picked up 3 fouls, and all on the man guarding Robinson. This one on Thomas. David Robinson, 62% from the free throw line. His 26 points, 12 rebound career marks. The defensive end for San Antonio, Mourning not guarded by Robinson. Will Perdue draws that task. This is Sean Elliott. Oh, so slaps it into the seats.
Great play. Good defense initially by Askins, who kept Sean Elliott out of the middle.
Prior to that, working with Don Nelson at Golden State. Joe guarded by David Robinson on this trip. Mourning on the turn for 2. And the Heat getting nice numbers from their front court.
Yeah, 2 for 2 by Zoe on the step-out jumper.
Double backs off Mourning as he looks at Will Perdue. Book it.
Well,
3 field goals for Mourning.
Zoe has the jumper going tonight.
So Mourning has 6 of Miami's 10. Got a hand on that, and the Heat come up with a steal. Thomas clears it to Timmy. Timmy Hardaway, the stutter step move, got free, but it rolled off. Askins' pass deflected out by David Robinson, but Pat Riley admiring the hustle of Keith Askins. But back in the NBA at the age of 36, averaging 20 points a game. Oh, Alonzo Mourning gathering himself with a jump hook, and Jackie has been right on the money with 8 points here in the first.
He's been sensational, Eric.
Kurt Thomas on Dominique. Here's the entry to David Robinson, and Alonzo Mourning called for his first foul.
Oh boy, Tommy Nunez is calling a lot of touch fouls here.
David Robinson, these will be his 5th and 6th free throws. The Heat yet to get to the foul spot.
He's not as agile and freewheeling as you remember him being.
This is second stint with the Spurs. Heat swinging around, 10 on the shot clock. Danilović for Zoe. Mourning fires. Kaboom! Alonzo Mourning, 5 first-half field goals, 10 of Miami's 18 points.
Zoe hasn't missed, has he, Eric?
I don't believe so. Zoe down the floor, and Maxwell roped him down for the foul.
Great look, as always. Tim Hardaway on the hit ahead. Zoe had a lot of room.
Players, horses trot. You must run in the NBA. Alonzo Mourning, you said it was key for the Heat to get offense through Zoe. He already has 10 points, but both his free throws bounce off.
Kind of guy, Eric, very streaky. But once he gets it going, he can go for big numbers.
On the year, he averages 11.
Look at that one.
Oh, my
goodness.
Undressing Will Perdue, the blow-by slam, and a dozen for Alonzo here in the first.
Will Perdue looked like he had both shoes nailed to the floor. Heat has scored 14 of its 20 points through Alonzo Mourning.
And running everything through their center tonight, an entry pass by Hardaway, the foul on Will Perdue, his first. And the Spurs trying to up the intensity of their defense. Sasha by Maxwell. Zoe went up strong, got the score and the foul.
Zoe has not missed from the field tonight, Eric. That's 7 for 7. And he has a free throw to go with it. Zoe's at the line.
Alonzo Mourning, 15 here in the first quarter. He's been a one-man wrecking crew for Miami.
With the Admiral on the floor.
Now shooting 56% in the last 3. Well, the problems the Heat are having defending Elliott, the Spurs having twofold in trying to defend Alonzo Mourning. Cadillac Anderson, the 9-year vet out of Houston, on the reach over. His first. That'll put Zoe on the stripe for 2. Sean Elliott out. David Robinson in, so they'll go bigger up front with Robinson, Anderson, and Dominique Wilkins. Nobody's been able to stop Alonzo Mourning except Alonzo Mourning at the foul line. He is 1 for 4.
Good matchups for the Heat right now.
Of the night, the Heat converted 11 threes at Houston. And now the lead is a dozen, 31-19. Robinson comes baseline and hits the hook.
Nice play by David Robinson. Tried to go baseline, couldn't get there. Took an awkward-looking jump hook, but shot it under very good control.
Lead by 10, and Cadillac Anderson from behind picks up another foul, attempting to defend Alonzo Mourning, who has not been defendable. You see Danilović running hard along the baseline. On the move by Maxwell. Beautiful handoff. And David Robinson gets away with a foul. And Pat Riley not happy with that non-call a bit.
On Robinson.
Here's Monty Williams down the lane. Mourning with the intimidation and the rebound.
Play.
A second-year guard out of the University of Virginia. David Robinson on the crossover. Thomas cut him off, but Robinson able to roll it home. So David now has 8, cutting the lead to 8. 4 straight points for San Antonio. Now David Robinson on Zoe. Goes to the lane for the hook, and he'll go to the stripe for 2 more. 7 of 10 from the field. He's 2 of 5 from the line. He also has 5 rebounds.
Zoe is David Robinson is very quick-footed. And the players who give him the most trouble are guys who have Zoe's quickness, but also have Zoe's physique. And there aren't many of those in the NBA.
On Alonzo. Zoe gets right through it. Blocked by Monty Williams. They ran at Sasha and Corey Alexander. A foul of exuberance.
Went to the basket. Now he goes with enough regularity to keep the defense on.
A tough pass to get it into David Robinson, and then a tough shot for the Admiral over Alonzo Mourning.
How about the cluster of defenders around Robinson as he went to shoot the ball?
As Will Perdue comes out, David Robinson returns for the Spurs. And Alonzo Mourning has sat a spell. He's ready to come back. Ike Austin goes to the bench. In New York, the Hawks lead the Knicks 61-60. David Robinson.
Whoa!
And that is a blocking foul. And it's called against P.J. Brown, who was planted underneath this time.
Eric, I'm taking it home.
And the Heat lead by 9 with just under 3 minutes left in the second quarter. This is back. Heat go with a 3-guard look. Hardaway, Lenard, and Danilović. Nice pass to Thomas. Could not finish. And Elliott outlets to Avery Johnson. And Miami's 12-point lead has been cut in half. Here's Mourning out to Hardaway. Had an open look at 3. Thomas was wide open underneath, and a jump ball called as Sean Elliott tied up Alonzo Mourning. Well, they're doing a much better job on Zojak. Mourning at 16 in the first quarter and just 2 free throws here in the second. Robinson defends Lenard on the pick and roll. That leaves Elliott on Zoe, and Sean Elliott called for the holding foul, his second, and that puts Mourning on the line for 2 with the Spurs over the limit. Coming up at halftime, Jeff DeForest back in the UPN studio. 1 game away from moving into a tie for 5th with one-time Heat starter and original member Kevin Edwards. Leading by 8. Hardaway holding on. Zoe squaring up. Going right at David. And it bounces home. Beautiful move by Mourning.
Elbow to the Admiral's throat, and they're ready to rumble, as they said before the game started.
Well, hop along the Heat bandwagon for the second half ride. We're underway here in the third quarter, and right back to Zoe, guarded by Will Perdue. P.J. Brown, Keith Askins, Mourning, Danilović, and Hardaway, and the second half begins much like the first half did.
Points out of those touches.
Mourning is 9 of 13 from the field. He has 23 points to go with 7 rebounds. Sean Elliott turned away. David Robinson rejected by Alonzo Mourning.
But a foul on the last one.
And it is against Keith Askins.
Askins, yes. Keith called for the foul first.
A rather phantom call against Keith Askins, who picks up his 3rd foul tonight.
San Antonio team. The Spurs are playing with more intensity under Greg Popovich. Back to the task of defending Robinson.
DJ didn't score in the first half, picked up early foul trouble, and David Robinson looking like the all-star that he's been for his 7 years in the league.
Just didn't get there in time. Now Zoe right to work.
So Robinson has all 4 for the Spurs here in the 3rd quarter. Zoe unloads the hook, bounces off to Will Perdue.
Now at the side.
Robinson comes baseline, cut off nicely. Elliott, a triple, got it.
That's what Greg Popovich wants. He wants shots.
Second half by San Antonio, over the top to David Robinson on the turn. Kaboom.
Pat Riley is going to take a 20-second timeout
for Miami. Jimmy Hardaway, 7 points, 6 assists, just 1 turnover in the first half. He ducks in over David. Mourning on the tip.
Nice play by Zoe. Hardaway getting good shooting position, but there's always David Robinson lurking in the basket area. Here, Eric, 9 rebounds and 9 points a game.
Yes, he is having his best NBA season as Will Perdue.
Most minutes, most points, most rebounds. Ball thrown too hard.
Yeah, Perdue looking like Nolan Ryan and Will. They're not going to catch it. David Robinson with that steal.
And your chances of drawing the foul improve immeasurably.
Well, twice through his first 7 years, David Robinson has led the NBA in blocks. All 7 years in the league. Oh, he missed the dunk right in Mourning's area code. Del Negro put it on the floor. Mourning over to help. Dominique on the drive. Cut off by Askins. Seldom an easy shot against this tenacious Heat defense. 6.5 left in the 3rd. Avery Johnson missed the layup, but it's a goaltend.
They put it on the board. He got that shot.
So going for everything tonight. Here's Mourning. David Robinson knocked it away. And Robinson running the floor. Makes the catch and score. And Pat Riley wants a timeout. David Robinson re-emerging. He has 8 of his 18 here in the 3rd quarter. Quickly, the handoff. Blocked by Dominique Wilkins. How about that? So again, on the run and tripped up by Will Perdue. That is a hard-charging man in Alonzo Mourning. Out for redemption after the Dominique block.
Draws the foul, knocks down the first. Avery Johnson and Vernon Maxwell at the guard.
Miami at 19-7, and Ike Austin with a steal. The lead for Lenard. He drives in on a reverse and scores.
Great play, and David Robinson is hobbling, Eric.
Well, that's not good news for San Antonio.
Come out, I think.
Will Perdue, who has not scored tonight in 20 minutes, replaces David Robinson, and watch the way he hobbles off. Not a good sign for David Robinson or the Spurs.
Very surprised, Eric. David Robinson, as we look.
With his younger brother behind him, who's a splitting image. David Robinson limping off to the San Antonio dressing room. He twinged his lower back again in the win against Phoenix over the weekend, but he does not look good as he hobbles off. Williams tonight has 8. Mourning and Grant back in for Miami. Danilović's pass taken by Mourning off the board, and he is hacked by Will Perdue. Will Perdue having an agonizing night trying to defend Miami's 3-time All-Star, Alonzo Mourning.
Zoe had 24 of them.
And bottoms up on the second free throw, so Zoe gets them both.
We're all up on that play.
So again giving Perdue a major league windburn. And Will Perdue called for the flailing foul. Oh, Will, our heart goes out to you. You haven't a chance against that man. And being paid like a 21-year-old, playing for the league minimum, Jack, something he vowed he would not have to do next year. Up 11 as Alonzo gets 1 of 2, 14-2. Leonard short. Thomas hustles to save it in the Morning. What a game Kurt has played tonight. And the 2:10 left, and the Heat appear to be headed toward a piece of NBA history, which we will inform you of in the postgame. the finishing touch.
Well, what team play between Hardaway and Mourning. Hardaway with a magical dance to get the defense in, and then the dish to Zoe for the stuffer.
32 for Mourning. This one, not a cakewalk, but a game Miami controlled right throughout. Closest San Antonio came in the second half was 3 with a little more than 6 minutes left in the third quarter. But Alonzo Mourning and his Heat teammates ride the inside rail to the win column again.